Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
This home security camera caught two suspicious-looking men at the front door of a home in South Fargo earlier today. Now the homeowner wants people in the Lewis and Clark neighborhood to be on the lookout.
These types of doorbell cameras are becoming more popular. Behind us is video taken from one that was posted to the Neighborhood Watch site next door, warning others of the men who appear to be snooping around in the neighborhood. Valley News Team's Molly Casey talks to the Fargo woman who says cameras outside her home makes her feel more secure inside.
That's freaky, that's scary.
A post on Nextdoor alerted neighbors that two men in a white Chevy Traverse were casing houses near 15th Street and 14th Avenue South, leaving neighbors like Kathy Westberg concerned.
This neighborhood's pretty quiet, so when somebody that doesn't belong in the neighborhood is around, you do kind of question, what's this person doing? Why are they here?
The post included this video from a Ring doorbell camera. One of the men approached the home and then ran next door, and the video is invaluable to police.
We can show our beat officers that, they know what to look for, they know who to look for, or maybe we already know or we recognize that individual who's in the video.
Officer Schindeldecker of the Fargo Police Department says doorbell cameras like Ring can help prevent crime or help police identify suspicious activity.
You know, maybe it matches up with someone that we're already currently kind of watching, or we have an open case on, or there is a suspect in something, and it puts them in that neighborhood.
Westberg says her cameras have helped catch a theft in the past and says she feels safer with them up.
They are a comfort to know that you don't have to answer the door.
Officer Schindeldecker encourages the use of doorbell cams like Westberg's or smaller ones like Ring. In fact, Westberg says she's now going to check her cameras to see if the Chevy drove by her house too. From Fargo, Molly Casey, Valley News Live.
Police add that if you do catch suspicious activity on your camera you may have around your home, you should contact police or dispatch and send in the video as well.
Those cameras outside your home, they're one way that Fargo police say you can help them track down burglars and vandals in a neighborhood. Doorbell cameras can be picked up at area retailers. At Best Buy, they can range from $180 to $250. You can also order them online from doorbell camera product manufacturers for around the same prices. When we checked Amazon.com, we found a smaller, lower quality doorbell camera for $35.
You're in that vulnerable state, you're not always as skeptical as you necessarily should be. So I do think that people could easily be susceptible to this.
A warning tonight that a popular type of adoption is exposing generous families to people with bad intentions. Identified adoption is when a family looking to adopt a baby and a birth mom find each other on their own, often through social media.
That type of adoption is becoming a lot more common, and Facebook is helping to connect them. However, it's also allowing scammers to pose as an expecting mother and take advantage of those with a big heart.
Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson met a family who was targeted and has their story.
Llama, red pajama, listens quiet for his mama.
Once upon a time, adoption was something families weren't exactly open about.
Little llama, don't you know? Mama llama loves you so.
However, that narrative is being rewritten by families like the Andersons.
Feels alone without his mama.
Kim and Brandon love telling their story, and hundreds of people like following along with the online version. Almost 2 years ago, they adopted Kinsley after finding the birth mom on Facebook through their adoption page. But the process wasn't as picture perfect as it seems.
It's a scary process choosing adoption. I mean, it was something that we never had planned for ourselves. And so when we chose it, one of the things, again, that they said is, you know, do your own outreach. You'd be surprised what birth mothers will find in you. And so we just put ourselves out there, and we're generally private people. And so putting ourselves out there was really difficult.
Kinsley's birth mom wasn't the first to appear in their inbox.
It was a young, attractive woman, probably in her early 20s, that started messaging us.
They talked for hours, exchanged pictures, and soon asked Brandon and Kim to be the adoptive parents.
We entertained the idea because what other choice did we have, really? If we didn't entertain it, we might be losing out on, potentially expanding our family.
Thankfully, Brandon noticed something was off with the ultrasound picture.
This is the one she sent us, and this is from the Google search. So I found the same exact picture. I mean, you can tell that it was the same thing. When you sent that, it was like, well, that's obviously not your picture. This is a picture from, 2009 on YouTube.
So they did a bit more digging.
He was actually impersonating somebody else using her name and picture. And so I found that, and it didn't match up with the story that she was giving us. And so, so I confronted her about it, and then it was, quickly, I'm sorry, I just need somebody to talk to. I'll never do this again. And then the Facebook account was gone.
The Andersons didn't lose any money, just time, but they learned a valuable lesson: to have an open but cautious heart.
What they're exploiting is your hope and, your potential for love, and that's what makes it so difficult.
Because you have to trust somebody, and so they're exploiting your weakness to try to get something out of you.
While using social media comes with risk, they had to take that risk, or else they wouldn't have found their daughter, Kinsley.
We're so grateful to her birth family and to her birth mother for reaching out to us on that same Facebook page a few months later.
And soon,
go by scooter, go by skis.
They're going to take that risk again.
Stop, dog, stop, the light is red.
To give Kinsley a brother or sister and a storybook ending. In Fargo, Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
Officials tell us that in North Dakota, families are required to go through an adoption agency if they find the birth mother. Oftentimes, agencies will be able to confirm the mom is actually pregnant and the identity before they begin to financially support her. The money families give to birth moms isn't refundable, even if the mom decides at the last moment to keep her baby.
Events leading up to the big Pride rally this weekend are underway, with FM Pride getting things started with bowling. All ages were invited to knock down some pins, regardless of whether or not they're a part of the LGBTQ community. Bowling itself was free, with the option of leaving a free will donation. The event underscores a series of events celebrating acceptance and diversity in the FM community.
I think it's just a way of kind of encouraging people to come out, enjoy themselves, and getting each other as a community come together and enjoy, our diverse backgrounds.
The events will continue throughout the week, including trivia and karaoke going on at Rumba Skies Pizza right now.
There's a local group that's giving back to the community through a simple meal. Dozens of graduates from United Way's 35 Under 35 Women's Leadership Program gather to throw together some burritos. They say they'll make as much food as they can with the money they've gotten from donations. And those meals will go to families receiving help from the Ronald McDonald House. Organizers say that having a home-cooked meal to look forward to is a luxury that not everyone has.
Like the Ronald McDonald House has told us repeatedly that their houses are full and that, they need food for the families that are staying there. So it's really exciting to know that we're making something that's going to be used and really helpful.
The burritos will be delivered tomorrow to about 40 families.